Right, this is a quick walk around video for a Lexus RX 450 hybrid. This is the SEI model, finished in black with a black leather interior. This car's covered 97,800 miles and is in absolutely astonishing condition. It genuinely looks like a car that's done about 20 or 30,000 miles. It's that clean. I'll go around the car for you. You can see there, lights, lenses completely intact. Front bumper, I can't see any marks of any note on there, which is so quite remarkable given the mileage of the car. Likewise, bonnet is all but free of stone chipping. There'll be the odd minor ones somewhere there, I'm sure. I can't really see one. Come down the near side of the car rather. It's pretty much mirror smooth on the panel work there. Front alloy pretty much unmarked as well, and the panel work is unbelievably clean. We've not polished it, it's just been washed off, so it's not sort of got a nice sort of luster artificially. Alloy wheel there again, in absolutely super condition. And just come around this way, so there's it, get the fly off my arm. See just how clean and crisp that is. Likewise, come around the back of the car, rear bumper, all in very, very nice order. And then to the off side of the vehicle, which as with the other side is literally mirror smooth. It's absolutely stunning. Offside rear alloy, clean as a whistle. And then the panel work. I mean, there will be, don't get me wrong, there'll be some little mark somewhere on the car, but you're going to have to look quite hard to find it. And also got to bear in mind, you know, the mileage the car's now done. So albeit it really just does not look like it. And the final alloy again, can't see any marks in there at all. We're looking at a car that would, as I said, with a third of the mileage, I'd say would be in very good condition, and it's a genuinely an astonishing car. So just coming to the boot area again, beautifully finished and in absolutely superb condition. Really, really is. This is how this one came to us. We've not cleaned this one at all. Near side rear door card looks pretty much as new in all honesty. Sorry, I do apologise, someone's phone's going off there. Interior of the car is absolutely amazing. You know, given the mileage again of the car, I keep saying it, I know it's a repeated theme, but really is an amazing interior. Back of the rear seats haven't been skagged, kicked or otherwise, which is again quite a rare thing. Quite often sort of kids manage to sort of bash them with their feet, I know mine do. Door card on that side again, looks absolutely as new. And the leather work, cliched, but it really just does not look like it's been sat on at all. It's in wonderful condition. Coming to the front now, driver's door card, as with the others, absolutely immaculate. Full set of Lexus overmats fitted to the car, all in lovely condition. Leather work again on the driver's seat, absolutely fantastic. Likewise, front passenger seat, all in beautiful, beautiful condition. So sat in the car now, engine's running as it has been all the way through, but just to go around the dashboard, not a lot to say. It really, really does, you know, it beggars belief really to be in this condition. It is absolutely astonishing. Hopefully you can see there, sat nav fully functional. So lights plays havoc on days like today with the sun. Pop it into reverse and you've got your parking camera all working exactly as it should. But the interior, as I said, you know, is genuinely wonderful. Let's move to the steering wheel here and pan in there for you. You can see there 97,927 miles, no warning lights on the car at all. Obviously multifunction steering wheel, all in perfect order as well. It really genuinely is as nice as it looks on this video. Sometimes they can, you know, you can use sort of salesman's license, I suppose, is tempting, but certainly not needed to in this case. I always recommend people come and see the cars. Don't take my word for it. There'll be things I've missed, and I do apologise. It's not by intent or design. I just try and give as thorough an appraisal of the cars as I reasonably can. What should follow this video now will be a road test of this very car. Right then, this is a road test video for a Lexus RX 450 hybrid. This is the SEI version. It's registered FL59YLH. Mileage at the start of this brief road test is 97,927 miles. The reason we do these videos is really because, like ourselves, we travel a long way to go and look at cars. And the internet's made it such that people are willing to travel a lot further to go and see their cars, and that's fraught obviously with potentially having your time wasted if there's a fundamental problem with the car you're going to see which you weren't told about. I'm critical on these videos, so if there's anything wrong with the car, you do get to know about it. If there's a warning light or there's something fundamentally wrong with it, I will tell you, and I have done in my previous videos. It's also done on exactly the same road test route as any prospective buyer will go on. Hopefully that will it'll be representative of what you should feel yourself. This car's obviously been wonderfully looked after mechanically and in every other sense. It's one of the nicest RXs we've ever had. I can tell you that straight away. I've got one done half the miles of this one, which I still own, and it isn't in as good condition as this one, and mine's in good condition. To start with the mechanicals of the car, I'll just go through and just pick up on the obvious things you should be checking for when you're looking at cars. So starting with the engine, obviously when you press the button it starts on the electric hybrid system. There's no strange noises, whirrings, any noises that shouldn't be there. The actual engine itself pulls wonderfully smoothly. It feels and drives exactly the same as mine, no difference. It is quite astonishing. There's no warning lights on the dashboard relating to the engine or any other part of the car, so it's free from any issues or faults there, and the temperature gauge is running at just under half, which is exactly where a Lexus car of this type should be running. Engine, I just put my foot down harder than I would do normally. Very sweet, nice to the ear, certainly in stark contrast to most of its competitors, which are turbo diesel. It's just going to grumble and bellow, and that's about it. But this is quite an astonishing vehicle actually. Engine then goes through into the gearbox, CVT gearbox, incredibly tough and durable. They really are. Is an example of one, cannot fault it in any way. The car, and I challenge anyone to come and drive it, and if they can find anything untoward in the engine or gearbox of the car, I'll be astonished, because I can't find anything. It drives exactly like it did when it was new. It's just incredible. But it's the way it all works together. There's this unbelievable seamless quality to the way that it delivers its power and its acceleration. When you put your foot down, there's no gear changes. It's just this smooth wave of torque and power. So I was to put my foot down now, it just picks up speed immediately. I'm up to the legal limit now, and there's no jolts, there's no jarring, nothing. It's just just unbelievably smooth. And for those who've never driven hybrid, certainly of the Lexus style, because there's others which aren't too clever to say the least, this is a new world. It is genuinely amazing. They're also unbelievably economical by comparison, and I'm talking real world figures, not static laboratory tests, which we know can be tinkered with, as we all know these days. I've just been on holiday to the north of Wales on a best part of a 1,000-mile round trip of mine. Bearing in mind that here we are, big sort of 3.5 litre V6, and I got 35 to the gallon with myself, my family on board, and all our luggage. And that's up and down the mountainous hills and everything else. And it was a brilliant car, the best car I've ever driven on a long trip, in terms of kind of family cars. Steering of the car, track's absolutely bullet straight. There's no vibrations coming back through the steering. It feels tight, it feels taut, it feels crisp, it's agile for a car of its size. It's quite quick to respond, which I like, but the body control's really good, so it copes with that really very well indeed. Likewise, the suspension of the vehicle goes about its business so smoothly. Incredibly comfortable car to drive, but not at the expense of, you know, cornering ability. And I'm not talking sports car cornering ability, I'm talking about sort of big cars that don't pitch and wallow about, and these don't. And as I said, you know, on that trip I was genuinely flabbergasted by how such a big car can drive so with such agility, really. But the suspension's making no noises that it shouldn't. There's no clonks, bangs, thuds from underneath that shouldn't be there. You know, which suggests things like kind of all the wearable bits underneath, which are designed to wear out. You know, the track rods, tie rods, drop links, struts, that kind of stuff. They're all in very good order. So you check the cruise control. That's working absolutely perfectly. Brakes on the car, rock solid brake pedal, lovely and solid. When you put your foot on the brake, it squats straight, true, doesn't pull left, right or otherwise, and there's no pulsing or vibrations coming back through the pedal. Clearly, big automatics put more pressure on the braking system of the vehicle, and you know, abused ones, you know, you get into them and so you can find out you've got kind of quite bad vibrations if they've not been looked after properly. Very quiet in here, really quiet. It's a wonderfully refined car. It's also, what I love about it is, you know, sorry, to come back to that, I mean, that also suggests that things like door seals and everything are in perfect order because there's no wind hissing here at all. Looking around inside the car, honestly, please come and see it, because, you know, I don't think you're going to believe me when I tell you, you know, it is in just remarkable condition. There's not a hint of a squeak or a rattle or a vibration from the interior of the car. It's rock solid, and it looks, you know, to all intents and purposes, brand new in here. It's in astonishing condition. All the plastics, there's no skags or marks. I'm looking around to see if I can see anything which sort of has caught my eye, but I cleaned it because I clean all the cars myself, as well as, you know, I don't entrust that to anybody else. And it was an easy clean, but all the bits that, you know, should look nice in the car look wonderful. There's no sort of skags or marks anywhere. Really amazing. They're also just lovely places to sit. So, you know, I'm probably going to sneeze in a second, so oh yeah, I can feel that one building up. But yeah, no, it's such a nice place to sit. You've got the, you know, nice big high, and it's a big screen on the sat nav system here. And obviously you pop that into reverse and you've got a lovely parking camera as well, which works very well indeed. All the controls dead simple to operate. As I said in some of my previous videos, when I got my first 450, being kind of the old dinosaur I am, I wasn't smitten by the kind of mouse pad function, which, you know, puts you into sort of various sub menus and you operate, you know, the majority of stuff through it. But now I've used it, I love it actually. It's very good, mostly because I like the fact that it's so well damped. It doesn't just suddenly just flick the little icon all over the place. It's very clever indeed. But everything in the car works absolutely perfectly. It really does. I mean, honestly, I hate saying it, but it really does feel like I've just driven one out of the showroom with and I'm the first owner. It just feels that good inside, and in terms of the drive of the vehicle. Which brings me to the next thing. Clearly, it's going to be cross-shopped, unless you've taken your naturally, we've sold loads to people who've had the RX 400, its predecessor, who've just loved them and have moved on again. Wouldn't see any reason to go back to anything else. But there's quite a few people who've maybe been driving kind of X5, Mercedes ML, Q7, that kind of stuff. Probably fed up the back teeth with the bit of repair bills that comes as a consequence of owning those things. Also, the fuel economy is not what they claim at all, not in the real world in any way, shape or form. but everyone that's bought one of these from me has been back in touch and has just eulogised about them. They love them, and it's the way it drives. It's not just the fact that it's reliable, because yeah, there's plenty of worthy but incredibly dull Japanese cars that you know, they'll get you from A to B very reliably, but you probably wouldn't want to own one. This is a car you'll love owning. It's absolutely brilliant. The purpose of this video, of course, is to pick up on any issues. I can't find anything, and it's not for want of trying, and it's not because I wouldn't tell you. I would, and I do. Clearly though, if I've missed anything on the video that you want to know about and you want me to check for you, then do by all means give us a call and I'll be happy to check that for you. But based on this drive, you know, you become to see and drive and hopefully buy what, you know, it's a very affordable way into RX 450, but you're not going to do without a car in wonderful condition. It is a fantastic example.